All right, new day, a new test. Now, instead of using the 16 to 50 kit lens, that usually comes with APS-C cameras like the Sony A6700, I'm going to give you a different option. I'm going to give you the option of the G 16 to 55, and it's a 2.8, or the Sigma, which is a DCDN, but it's an 18 to 50. So why compare these two? Well, they're not stabilized. They are at f2.8 aperture, but the range will surpass the kit lens, which is like a 3.5 to a 5.6 or 6.3 range. Okay, so the kit lens is usually weighs less. This weighs less than this. This one has an extra feature: autofocus, manual focus, and then the function button that you can use. It has the zooming ring and a focus, or you can do a controllable ring right here. Here, it's just a zooming ring, and then right here is the focus. No function buttons, small. If you open it up, you can see it. Let me move this. And take a look at the lens. You can see the blades open up and down. Okay. 7 blades. I haven't used this much, but I have done videos on it. And if I do the same thing here, okay. Try to make it as sharp as possible. Nice, smooth. Now, the focus ring is a lot smoother on the G ring, or on the G lens. And that worries me, because if you're manual focusing, you can miss the, just be off a tad. Whereas when you do this, it's a lot, see, that's a zoom. It's a little bit stiffer on the Sigma. So anyway, that's what this video is going to be about. I'll do a little video, some photos and stuff, compare the two, and you let me know if this is a good video, because I think this is a good comparison. 16 to 55 outmatches the 18 to 50, but look how small this lens is compared to this lens. So we'll see if it matches in performance with the video and photo mode. So let's get to it. Okay, here's the truth. Done. So here's my workflow. Whatever time the video and the pictures take, all right, the pictures are like 1-2 seconds, whatever. Going to the place, examining the area before taking the pictures, about 15 seconds. So there are about 30 or 40 pictures with each lens, which we'll go through real quick. But the thing is, this was in more focus than this. And I think this will show that this has more light, because it's a bigger barrel. This, I think, is a 52. No, a 55 filter size, and then this is a 67. It does make a difference, but it is bigger. Sony lens was much sharper than the Sigma. Okay, and on the focusing, I had it on everything. I didn't have it like on animal and stuff like that, particular subject. It was just on everything, and I would have to hit the LCD screen to point it where I wanted to focus. So let's look at these pictures now. Hello everyone. Okay, so let's go through the pictures. Uh, since you've seen the introduction and stuff, and before showing you this, let's go over here to share. Make sure everything is going good, especially on the microphone. Click on this. Now, this is the Sony 16 to 55 millimeter G. Okay. And I'm not going to put my picture on here or anything. I'm just going to talk. As you can see, this is sharp and clear. So I'm going to go through these photos pretty fast. But he wasn't looking at me. He was laying down, resting. This is my APS-C lens case. I got another one with some more, but anyway, look how sharp this lens is. The old 16 to 55 millimeter, it's a G lens, and it's at f2.8. Now we're dealing with the Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter. Now this is a little bit out of focus because he was moving to me, and I just made sure, I didn't make sure that the picture was in focus. But you see how sharp and clear Yennefer is? Just if I go like that, move here, look at that. That's pretty sharp. And it's blurry right here, but it's focusing about right there. So I wanted to show you that. So it's a hit and miss. And as I go to the camera case, now it was focusing here more, and I try to point it over here. Try it again. It just wouldn't go. It kept focusing here. This is on the Sigma. And it went over here to the glass. You can see that it's not as wide as the 16. 18 is a little bit smaller. And then, of course, the 50 millimeter. And then I did, this was a little bit out of focus right here. And it's hard to do reflective surfaces for focusing. You would have to manual focus to get it right. But this is an autofocus test. And as you can see, was focusing on the toy. And then my dog. Now I didn't edit any of these photos. These are straight out of the camera. So now we're at the 16 to 55 millimeter G. Get a little bit closer. So you can see a difference, a bigger barrel of lens, and it's sharp. The Sigma is smaller in size. It's okay, but I'm saying that the Sony is much sharper. And you can see just by going from the toy to the glass, difference. Then, of course, you know, the beautiful colors on my dog. And of course, I had to do a test on the back door, the kitchen area with the Tiffany glass. There's a salt and pepper shaker. And the flower in the back. And another shot. So I thought I'd do the thermometer. 16. It's still sharp right there. And then at 55. And I can zoom in, folks, and it's just crystal sharp. But when I try to do it on Sigma at 18 to 50, so it's not as wide as the 16 to 55, but still at f2.8, a smaller lens. It's sharp most of the time. Then there's flower in the back. Then my dog. Now, let's give the Sigma 18 to 50 some love. See right down the ear and look at those eyes. And this is at f2.8. And this is at 50 millimeters. So let's take a look. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, you can still see down his ear. And then I went outside. Of course, my rock collection right there, cement. And as you can see, it's pretty sharp. Even here at 18, it's okay. And at 50, so you can see some of the branches, but it's still kind of cloudy on the lens or on the glass. But you can see the filament on the inside. But, you know, for a crop sensor camera and a lens like this, it's excellent. Now, I had it on auto, so it's straight out of the camera. So if it was like a 4.5 or a f8, it'll actually change the aperture. But I did want to stress this distortion, especially on the Sigma. Okay, there's a little on the G, but a lot more on the Sigma on wide view shots. But there's the clouds, and then there's the dog. Now we're going to the 16 to 55 millimeter G. Sharp. Here's 16, 55. And that's it. And let's see how sharp it is. Yeah, you can't beat that, folks. Look at that picture. Excellent. Even sharp right here. And if you go a little bit closer, do a look at the fine hairs, and then look at the eye. Isn't that something? Just a little look at the 18 to 50 or the 16. And then if you telephotoed it out, and they also turn the other way, so a little confusing, but you still see the 16 to 50. And if I turn it counterclockwise, it goes from 55 to 16. But if I do it clockwise, it goes down to 18. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. Uh, Cheaper, lighter, sharp is pretty much, but the Sony has outperformed it, and I've had it for quite a while, and I love this lens. But they're both great lenses, and you can tell by the pictures that I showed you. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.